Hello coders, welcome back to today's another tutorial. So today I'm creating for the set content at the attributes. So in this term, jQuery is provided for the setting content involved for the dynamically updating the text HTML or the value with an HTML element. And jQuery make this process straightforward and efficient. So first of all, I'm create for the setting text content. So in this session, I create for firstly the demonstrate how to set text content with the HTML element using this method text method. Okay, so first of all, I'm just going here and then declare for in this style. Okay, so just type here in this hashtag and here I'm create for the output. Okay, so now just type for in the output and create this curly braces, and in this inside of firstly type in the font size. Okay, so the font size is 18 pixel. So next step here, I'm creating this the margin top. So the now because the margin top is 20 pixel. Okay, so now if the style tag is complete, and now I'm just going for in this the body tag inside, and here first of all I'm create for the body tag inside is create in this the div. Okay, and now here create for in this the div ID. So first of all, I'm creating this, the div ID is declared for just type for is output, and now in this inside and declare for the message is initial text. Okay, so nice, perfect. And then here I'm create is another just type for in this the button tag, and then inside for the button tag ID is declared. So just type for in the set button. Okay, so that's perfect. And then here inside and create for the message is say text content. Okay, so nice, perfect, and is complete for the CSS properties and also the HTML. Now I'm just create here the jQuery coding. Okay, so first of all, here I'm creating with a $sign, and then I'm just type for here is the document and use in this the ready method, and now create perfectly in this function, then parentheses and perfectly clean this curly braces. Okay, so here first of all I'm creating this the event binding for the button click. So just type for hashtag and in this the $sign and perfectly create this hashtag, and in this inside and just type for in this the set text. Okay, so let's text a button. So this one is perfect, and here I'm create for the click method, and just here I'm again insert for the function, then parentheses and perfectly create these curly braces. Okay, and now I'm just here create for the setting text content using for the first of all I'm just type this $sign and here create for and this is the double quotation, and now I'm create for a hashtag, and is now I'm here declare in this the output. Okay, and now here I'm using this dot text method. Okay, so now just type for and here and create for the output message for upgraded. Just type for is text content. Okay, so now this one is perfect. So here in this code is completely created, and now I'm just create here in this the same clone, and then you can create this. So now I'm just saving this code and let me run this code. Okay, just run this in this code, and here perfectly show the output is initial text and then the set text content, and now displays this, and here is the change is created for the updated text content. Okay, so the perfect, and here I'm going to the next step, and here so here attribute is moving on the setting attribute is used for the attribute method. So modify the attributes of and is the MLP. So just going for in this for the CSS properties inside, and just in here and create this the size font size, and margin is 20 pixel, and here is the first that color. Okay, so nice, perfectly creating this. The color is inside, there is a blue. Okay, so nice, perfect. And then I'm just going for the HTML code inside, and here I'm just use is as same as ID, and now here change for the message. So just type here is initial style. Okay, the initial is done, and first of all here and create is the element. Okay, element to be initial state, and now here I'm create for in this the set state attribute. So just change this content, and here I'm create pointing the state after build. Okay, so this is perfect. And then going for indeed the jQuery code inside, and here I'm use event binding. So just change this. So here first of all I'm just going in this code inside, and here I'm just change this attribute. Okay, so here first of all I'm just changing this that days for in the set attribute. Okay, so first of all here and just type 3 at 3. Okay, so is the short from the attribute, and then here I'm just again this change from this type for is the attribute. Okay, the attribute button, then function, and here in this the output. So I'll just now use in the attribute method. So just type for the attribute, and here I'm just remove this updated content, and then just here I'm type. So first of all type in this the style, and create for again this double quotation inside declared for the color. So the color is red. Okay, so now is perfect. So here and this code is completely created, and here I'll first of all use div and the button, and the jQuery code sets up and the event listener to the button click. Okay, so now I'm saving this code and just click and run this code. Okay, so now it is run here in this code and just open. Okay, so just open here in this the element with the initial state. So when the button is clicked, the attribute style, and we could change the color. It used to update the color of attribute of this. This just praise the page, perfectly change the color. The element previously color is blue, and then next color is the rate of. I hope you understand in this session. So thank you for watching. Hello everyone, welcome back to this another tutorial. So today I'm create for the adding element in the dynamically using for the jQuery. So it's a powerful feature allowing you to manipulate your OFS content in the real time and providing for the shameless and engaging for the user experience. Okay, so in this session first of all create in this the append method. So in this append method one of the simplest way to add the elements for the dynamically in jQuery. Okay, so first of all here I'm going for the body tag inside and just create here. So first of all I'm just type for this the div. Okay, so in this div here create for this the div ID. So just type for the ID is declared in the container. Okay, so perfectly creating this the container, and in this inside I'm create for the paragraph tag. So just type here, type for P, and here I'm create for the paragraphs. I'm create for the paragraph is. So just type for this is some existing. Okay, so it is existing content. So now it is perfect, and here is complete this, and I'm just going for here in this the script tag inside, and just here I'm just first of all type in this $sign and create in this document. Okay, so just type for document, and then here I'm using this the ready method, and just type for in this the function, and here create this parenthesis and also create this curly braces. Okay, so now here I'm create for a new paragraph element. So just type here for in this the variable, and here I'm just type for a new paragraph. Okay, and now here I'm use in this the $sign, and in this the inside first of all I'm create $sign and then parenthesis. So just type for double quotation, and here I'm create in this the starting and closing p tag. Okay, so just type for here in this the p. So now it's perfect, and here in this inside create for the message is new paragraph. Okay, so in the new paragraph added is dynamically. Okay, the dynamically, and create is complete. And now just here I'm create for in this the semicolon. So now is next step is here I'm creating this the appending the new paragraph to the container. So just type $, and here first of all I'm create the double quotation and perfectly type the hashtag and create here in this the container. Okay, the container. Then now I'm using this the append method. Okay, so perfectly created append, and here I'm declare for and there's a new paragraph method. Okay, so now here is completely created, and now first of all I'm just saving this code and just run this code. Okay, so just run this code, and here is perfectly show the output. So this is some existing content, and here is create for the new paragraph, and it is dynamically. Okay, so now it's perfect. So here I'm also use in this the append to method is the alternative approach, and so just here it lets the look at the another method for in the append to this is an alternative to append and achieve the same result, but with the single is the different syntax. Okay, and here I'm using this the append to method. So just here in this the div container is the as it is, and this time going and change for in this the script tag inside. So here I previously used a variable for the new paragraph, and now here I'm used in this the append to method. Okay, so it's just a simple change, and now here lastly then now declare. So just is new paragraph remove, and here first of all type in this the double quotation, then hashtag and create for in this the container. Okay, so now just declare for the semicolon. So first of all here I'm just create in this the append to just remove this, and now here I'm just declare in this the new paragraph. Okay, so it's perfect, and just I'm saving this code, and here I'm use the perfectly create in the new paragraph element and use the append to method to add it to the container. And the key difference is that the element to be append comes before the target container in the function call. Okay, so now I'm just saving this code and just run this code. Okay, so just click this and here. So now see the output here perfectly create. This is some existing content and the new paragraph added dynamically. Okay, so this is the output. So here in this session is almost complete, and here I'm perfectly used in this the simply append method or append to method and add it to the job. Okay, so now in the session is complete, and here I'm create for the adding element is a dynamically in jQuery, and here I'm covered for the basic of append method and append to method. So but here there are many other methods are the technique to explore and experiment with example. Okay, so I hope you understand in this session. So thank you for watching.
Hello coders, welcome back to this another episode. So today I'm create for the wall of removing elements and the content dynamically. So this essential features allow you to enhance for the user interaction by the seamlessly updating your web page. Okay, so first of all, if the dynamic content remove is involved for removing for the HTML elements or content from the DOM is a document object method without further reloading the interface. Okay, so first of all, use the remove method, a straightforward way to remove elements from the DOM. Okay, so first of all, I'm just going for in the body tag inside, and here first of all, I'm creating this the one div. Okay, this create for the div, and now first of all create in this the div ID is declared. So the div ID name is the container. Okay, so now it's perfect, and then here I'm first of all
type in this the paragraph tag, and then the message is, so just type for this is some content. Okay, so this one is perfect. And here I'm also creating this the button tag. Okay, so first just type for in this the button tag, and here I'm perfectly create the button ID is just type for the remove button. Okay, so here in this the remove button. So now here I'm create for the message is just type for is the remove is paragraph. Okay, so perfectly type in the paragraph. So here is the complete for the div, and now I'm just going for in this script tag inside. So first of all, here I'm create a $sign and then insert perfectly and create typing in the document doc using the ready method. And now I'm creating this the function, then parentheses, and also the curly braces. Okay, here I'm create for in the event listener for the button click. So just type for here the $sign, and now I'm just create in these parentheses, and here create the hashtag and just type for the div in the here and create for the button ID is just type for in this the remove button. Okay, so now this one is perfect, and here I'm use in this dark click method and then create in this function perfectly. Okay, so now this one is perfect, and here I'm create for the removing the paragraph inside the container. So just type parentheses, and here just type this. First of all, create parentheses, and here completely is perfectly type this hashtag, and now just create in this the container. Okay, so there's the container, and now here I'm create for the container is p and use dot remove method. Okay, so now it's perfect, and to create these parentheses. Okay, so now here in this the code is completely and just first of all here use this container, and the jQuery code is the script section say the event listener for the button click. Okay, so here I'm just save in all code. I'm just going for click this run button, and here so here this does show the output is that this is some content, and this is the remove paragraph button. Okay, so now here when I'm just clicking this button and the paragraph inside the container remove using this remove method. Okay, so now here I'm just again just press this remove, and here see the output. Okay, so I hope you understand this remove method. Okay, so now here I'm also using this the empty for the clear content. Okay, so in this the empty the method is used to remove all child elements is the container from the selected elements. Okay, so just going in the div inside, and here in this the ID for the same is Addis. It is, and here it is on the same, and now I'll change for in the button tag inside. So here I'm creating this remove notch. Here I'm just type for in this the clear button, and just type the just script here in this the clear content. Okay, so just type in this the clear content, and then just going for a script tag inside. So in this here I'm change in this the remove, and now I'm inside in this the clear button. So I'm just going for here in this the only container is not B, and just here I'm creating this not remove, and here I'm creating this the empty method. Okay, so now in this code is complete. So here I'm used first of all again have a button inside a container, then the jQuery setup for and the event listener for the button click. So now just I'm saving this code and just going in this run button. So here you can see the perfectly show the output. So this is the some content. So when the button is clicked for the all content inside the the container. Okay, so it's the perfectly cleared using for the empty method. So I'm just again reload, and here I'm just again click this content, and so it's perfectly clear in this all messes. Okay, so I hope you understand in this session. So here I'm completely create for in the removing method and content for the dynamically in jQuery. Okay, so I hope you understand in this session. So thank you for watching.
Hello everyone, welcome back to today's another tutorial. So today I'm created for the gating and setting for the CSS class using the jQuery. So this feature allow you to manipulate the style of your elements on the fly to provide a dynamic and interactive user's experience. So now let's get started. So here is the short for the CSS manipulation is great for the HTML elements on the base in real time and enabling you to control the style and the appearance of your content dynamically. So in this session and the custom create for the around the add classes and the remove classes method. So we allow us to add and remove CSS classes dynamically. Okay, so I'm just going for in this the head tag inside, and just here I'm create for in this style tag. Okay, so just type for in this style and now in this inside I'm create for dot is highlight. Okay, so it's create the highlight and create for the curly braces, and now here I'm declare for the background color is just type for the color is yellow. Okay, so now this one is perfect. Okay, so it's complete, and then I'm just going for here in the body tag inside, and first of all here I'm creating this. Okay, the D. Okay, so let's create it the deep and create it here for the deep ID is required. So the ID is so here I'm create for the ID is element. Okay, so now it's perfect for the element, and here I'm also created in this the class is declared for the original. Okay, so now it's perfect the original, and then just perfectly create in this the paragraph tag, and then the message for is this is a example element. Okay, so now it's perfect. So next step here I'm create for in this the button tag. So button tag first create the button ID is add button. Okay, so just type perfectly in this the add button, and now here I'm create for the message in the button name is add highlight. Okay, is the highlight, and next time create for in this the another button. So just type for the is a copy for this button, and now here this and just change. So here I'm just change this. I create for the remove. Okay, so here I'm create for the remove button. Okay, so now is create for in this the remove button. So now in this session, and here I'm create for the message is remove highlight. Okay, so perfectly just type in this the remove highlight. So now it's complete, and here in this the div tag is completely created. So just I'm going for the next step, and here I'm create for in this the script tag. So just type for the $, and here I'm create in this the document. Okay, and just type for the ready method, and here I'm perfectly just type the function, then parenthesis, and perfectly this curly braces. Okay, so here I'm create for in this the event listener for adding a class. So just type this parenthesis, the $, parenthesis, and hashtag. Okay, so just type for in this the add button. Okay, so just type in this the add button, and here I'm using this the click. So just type for the click method, and in this inside again type the function, then parenthesis, and also this curly braces. Okay, so now I'm just typing this just again create $, and
hashtag and create here in this the element. Okay, so it's perfect. And then here I'm using this the add class. Okay, so now here I'm create for the add class, name is the highlight. Okay, so it's perfect. And again create for the semicolon, and here is again then last one. Okay, so now in this code is completely created. Okay, so then now use first is create and add class, and now I'm create here in this the remove class. Okay, so just going for here, and now first of all create copy this code. Okay, so just click here, copy, and here just paste. Okay, so now I'm just change. So now here I'm use the remove is the remove button, and then click for function, and here is the element, and just type for is remove class. Okay, so is the perfect for the remove class, and here is the class name is the highlight. Okay, so now it's perfectly created. And here first of all use have a button inside a container with initial class of the original, and the jQuery code and the script tag inside create for the section asset up even listener button, and just clicking this the highlight button, so add the highlight class to the element. Okay, so now just see the output. So first of all I'm saving this code and just going in run button, click. Okay, so here is perfectly open in this the two buttons, so is the add highlight and this the remove highlight. Okay, so first of all I'm creating this the add highlight, and it's perfectly show the color is yellow. Okay, so now I'm just click this remove highlight, and here is the no insert for the color. Okay, so I hope you understand in these two buttons. So here is a completed created for the remove and high in the add button, and is perfectly in this the highlight. Okay, so I hope you understand in this session. So thank you for watching. Hello everyone, welcome back to this another episode. So today I'm create for the powerful jQuery feature. Now I'm create for the going to explore the CSS method. So it is a versatile tool that allow us to dynamically manipulate style in our web page. Okay, so here now I'm create the perfectly is the fascinating world of the CSS method. Okay, so now first of all I'm create in this CSS properties. So here I'm use in this .CSS method to get the value of a CSS property from an element. Okay, so first of all I'm just going here in this CSS tag and the style tag inside just here, and now first of all just type in this hashtag and create the target. Okay, so just type for in this the target element, and then create for the curly braces. And here first of all use in this the width is 200 pixel, and next use the height. Okay, so the height is declared for is 100 pixel. So now I'm use in this the background color is just a type for the horizontal color, use the hashtag and 3498 TV. Okay, it's perfect. And now I'm just use for is the another color is used for in the hash, so just type for this. Okay, so here this inside this color, and then I'm use in this dot text is a line for center, and also create in this the line is height is 100 pixel. Okay, so now here is completely create in this style tag, and now I'm just going for here in this the HTML body inside. Okay, so just type here. So first here I'm create in this the div. Okay, the div, and create for the first is type the div ID, insert the ID is the target element. Okay, So perfectly create into the target element, and here I'm create for the target element in the ID and the div in name. So just type for the dynamic. Okay, so here I'm create for the dynamic is styling. Okay, is the dynamic is styling, and here I'm first of all just type for in this the button tag, and now declare for the button ID is, so just type for the get button. Okay, there's the get button, and now just type here in this the get for the background. Okay, is the background is the background color. So just declare for the background color, and just here in the capital word C is the perfect, and here is complete for the HTML tag. Okay, so now I'm just going for the script tag. So it's the jQuery tag inside. So just type here in this the $sign, then just here create. Okay, so in this type for the document dot use in this the ready method, and perfectly type the function tag and then parentheses and also the curly braces. Okay, so here I will create first to the event listener for the button click. So just type this. Okay, and here I will create the hashtag and insert for the get button. Okay, is the get button, and now I'm just type for is the click make code, and here in say type the function, then parentheses and also these curly braces. Okay, so here I'm used for the get in the background color using the .css method. So just type for the variable and use in this the busy color for the background color, and create is equal then perfectly $sign, then also these parentheses and hashtag, and here I'm create for in this the target element. Okay, this create for the target element and use dot CSS method, and just here I'm declare for the background color. Okay, in the background color. So now it's perfect. So here also create in this the displaying for the results. So just type for in this the alert method, and then create for the message is just type for the background is the background color. So declare the color is here used for the plus operator, and just type for in this the busy color for the background color. Okay, so now here in this the almost complete, and here I'm create for the semicolon and this semicolon. Okay, so now my code is completely creating, and just I'm saving this code and just going here and click this run button. Okay, and here you see the output. So here is the perfectly create in this the dynamic styling, and here is the gate for the background color. Okay, so just here perfectly show the output, and here I'm just click when the button is clicked, and the CSS method is used to retrieve for the background color of the target element. Okay, just press, and here in this the alert for the message is this the paste say the background color is the RGB color created. Okay, so I hope you understand in this output, and here is the perfect output in this code. Okay, so here in this session is completely created, and here in this alert display for the results. Okay, so thank you for watching and happy coding. Hello everyone, welcome back to today's another tutorial. So today I'm create for the world of dimension method. So it's a set of tools that allows us to for the dynamically manipulate the size and position of elements on our web page. Okay, so now let's get started. So here first of all create is gating for the linear dimension used for the width and the height. Okay, so now it's perfectly create and get the dimensions of an element is the dynamically. Okay, so first of all I'm just going for in this the script tag in this the style tag inside, and just type first type in this the target. Okay, so the target element, okay, so again type into the target element. Okay, so now create for the parentheses, and here first of all use in this the width is 200 pixel, and again create for the height is declared 100 pixel. And now here creating this the background color is declared. So suppose I'm using the background color is brown. Okay, so just here use the another color. So here I'm creating this shirt. Okay, so now and here, okay, so now it's perfect. And then now create here in this the another color inside, create in this the white color. Okay, so now it's perfect. And then here I'm use in this the text line is a center, and also create for the line is a height for 100 pixel. Okay, this is the 100 pixel. So now it's complete for the style text. So now I'm just going for here in this the div for the body tag inside created. So just type for the div, and here first of all create in this the div id is declared. So just type for the target element. Okay, this create for the target element, and in this inside create for the message is so just type for the dynamic is the string. Okay, the dynamic string is perfect. And this is ring, so nice is really the jet, so it's perfect. And here I'm create for in this the button tag created. So just type for button, and first of all create the button id. So just type the button id is get for size button. Okay, the size button. Okay, say perfect. And here I'm create for the message the button name is the get size. Okay, this is the button name. Okay, so now it's perfect this one. And here I'm just going for in this the check query for the script tag inside. So just type here. So first of all create in this the $sign. Okay, and in this inside declare for the document, and in this the ready method create the function. Okay, and here this perfect. And now here to create the event listener for the button click. So just type this $sign and create for the button. This in the name is the get size button. Okay, is the get size button, and use the click method. Then create here in this the function and parentheses, and also this curly braces. Okay, and here create for the getting the width and height using for the dot width method and the height method. Okay, so first of all here just type is the variable is create for in this the element. Okay, so element for width. Okay, the width is declared for in this the $sign, and here create for the parentheses, and perfectly just type for hashtag, and here I'm creating this the target element. Okay, so it's perfectly created into the target element, and now I'm use in this the width method. Okay, so now it's perfect. And first of all here just copy in this code. Okay, just copy and paste for in this the next line, and just here change. So here I'm using this the height. Okay, the height, and just change for the target element. And now I'm use in this the height method. Okay, So just type for in this the height. Okay, so this one is complete. And now I'm just going the next system, and here I'm create for the displaying for the result. So just type for in this the alert method, and in this inside, first of all, I'm just creating this the width create clone, and now I'm using this the plus operator and create for in this the element for width, and also create this plus sign, and now I'm just create here this the height. Okay, is the height, and create clone, and now here I'm use again this plus operator and call for in the element height method. Okay, so now just create the semicolon. So here in this code is now complete, and here create for the semicolon. So now in this code is completely created, and here first of all use for the div element with and the initial in the stage. So I'm just first of all save in call code, and just click this run button and show the output in my browser. So here is perfectly create for the button name is the gate size, and here is create for the dynamic sizing. Okay, so when I'm just click the button and show the width and the height method are used to retrieve for the width and the height of the target element. So just press, and here is create for in this the width is the undefined and height is the undefined. Okay, so here is create for in the retrieve for the target element of the alert is displaying for the result. Okay, so here is completely show the output. So I hope you understand in this session, and here I'm completely create for in this method. Okay, so here I'm using this the perfectly create for the gating and the dimensions for the height and width. Okay, so thank you for watching, and happy coding. Hello coders, welcome back to this another tutorial. So today I'm create for the navigate project DOM is create for the traversal method in jQuery. Okay, so here I'm going to navigate for the document object method, and then select for the specific elements based on their relationships to the orders. Okay, so now let's get started, and just let's embark on a journey into the world of the traversal method. Okay, so here I'm just create perfectly for the moving of the DOM is the parent method and the parents method. So now first of all I'm used in these two methods, and perfectly create for the move of the DOM with the document object method P, and the select specific parent elements. Okay, so first of all I'm just going in this the traversal method selection section. Create for the style tag inside. So just type for is dot, and here I'm create for in this the grandparent. Okay, so just type in this the grandparent and create this curly braces, and here I'm perfectly type in this the background color, use this. Okay, so here in the blue, and just change this. So here in this a color use. Okay, so now it's perfect, and then here I'm just going and then create for in this the padding inside for the 20 pixel. Okay, so now it's complete, and here I'm create for in this another method. So now I'm use in this the dot is parent method. So first of all here I'm declare for the background color is a declare. So first type the hashtag, and here I'm create for in this the 2. So just type for a double C71. Okay, so now here I'm creating this the padding declare for the 15 pixel. Okay, so now here I'm create for the another method. So just type here in this the child class. So just type in this child, and here I'm just again creating this the background color is a declare for a hashtag is just type for a E74 and
C 3C. Okay, so it's perfect. And here I'm create in this, the padding is declare for 10 pixel. Okay, so now here is completely created in this the style tag, and now I'm just going for in this the body tag inside and just create here. So now first of all create the div. Okay, so is the div, and first of all create the first div class is the class is grand is a grandparents. Okay, so now here I'm just again create for the another div, and here I'm create for the div class is a declare for the parent class. Okay, so now here I'm creating the again open into the another div. So in this div class name is the child class. Okay, so just type here in this child class is perfectly created, and in this inside, so just type for here in this child element. Okay, so just type in the child element, and next here create for in this the button tag, and then first create is button ID is declare for is the up button. Okay, is up button, and create for the message here in this the move. Okay, so it is the move up. Okay, the button name. So now is completely created in this div, and just I'm going for this script tag inside. So first of all here I'm creating this $, and just type perfectly document dot in this the ready method. Then again create function parenthesis and curly braces. Okay, and now I'm create for in the even listen method. Okay, so just type here is the up button and now I'm using this the click method. Then again just type for is function, then parentheses, and also the curly braces. Okay, so here first of all I'm create for the moving of the geometry using the parent method. So just type for in this the variable, and here I'm creating this the parent element. Okay, and this parent element is declared this curly braces and is the $, and parenthesis, and here I'm use is dot is the child method, and now use here in this the now just creating in this dot is the parent method. Okay, so now it's perfect, and then create parenthesis, and here I'm just create for applying a new style to the parent child. So just type here in the parent element dot CSS properties, create here. First of all I'm just typing this the border, and create is the border. Okay, just type. So here I'm creating this gain this double condition, and create for the 2 pixel is solid. So here I'm create for the 2 pixel is solid, so just type for in this the color. Okay, so here now is perfect, and here I'm create for the color this one. Okay, so just complete in this code, and here I'm just perfectly created this code. Okay, so now here I'm last one created for in this the semicolon. Okay, so now my code is almost complete, and here I'm create for semicolon, and then again. So now I'm just save in all code. Okay, so just save this code and let me run this code. Okay, so just run, and here is perfectly show in this the CSS here. I'm create for the traversal method. Okay, so it's a perfectly created, and here in this the child method, and the button name is a move up. Okay, so now just press the this, and here in this the perfectly insert for the border.
So now this is the border color I'm create for in this white. Okay, so I hope you understand in this session. So thank you for watching.
Hello everyone, welcome back to today's another tutorial. So today I'm creating to the world of fascinating world of the ancestors in jQuery. So in this, the ancestors, the element in the DOM hierarchy that precedes the specific element, and we will explore how to navigate through these ancestors effectively using the jQuery. Okay, so now in this session I'm create for the traversing up the DOM, and create is perfectly in this the parents method. So now just get started and create for in this the traverse up DOM and the select specific ancestor element. Okay, so I'm just going for in this script tag inside, and first of all here I'm just typing the grand okay, the grandparent. Let's create in the grandparent create for the curly braces, and here first of all I'm create for the background color is red. Okay, and then next one here I'm create in the padding for is 25 pixel. Okay, so perfect. And now here I'm just again create for the another method. So just type in this the parent class is declared for the background color so here I'm create for the background color is green. Okay, so now here I'm creating this the padding inserts for, so just type for in this the 20 pixel. So next one here I'm just again create the child class is a child class create for parentheses, and insert create the background color is, so here I'm create for the color is orange. Okay, so it's perfect. And now I'm also create this padding is 15 pixel. Okay, so it's perfectly created. And then I'm just going for in this body tag inside, and here first of all I'm create the one div. Okay, so now I'm create for the div class in the class name for the grandparent. Okay, so it's perfect. And here I'm creating this the another div open. So just here create for the div class a name is suppose the parent class. Okay, so now here I'm just again open in another div, and here create for the div class name is again just type the child class. Okay, so it's perfect. And here I'm creating this the child element. Okay, there is a child element, and now I'm just type for open the button tag, and here I'm create for the button ID is stick layer. So here I'm now use the ancestor button. Okay, so just type the ancestor. Okay, so the ancestor, so it's perfectly typed for the ancestor button. Okay, is create the ancestor button, and here and the button name just create in this the show ancestor. Okay, so now this one is perfect. So here is completely creating this the HTML code, and then I'm just going for the here script tag inside. So first of all I'm creating this the $sign for parentheses, and here I'm create is the document dot use in this the ready method, and just type again in this function and this curly braces. Okay, so now I'm just create the click for the event listener. So here first of all this $sign created, and now here I'm create in this the hashtag, and just type for in this the ancestor button. Okay, this is the ancestor button, and now I'm creating this the on click in this click method inside declare the function and parentheses, and perfectly create this curly braces. Okay, so now here I'm create for the selecting and displaying for the ancestor using for dot parents method. Okay, so first of all just type for the variable and just type for the ancestors. Okay,
So the ancestors is equal to the create in this dollar sign, and here first of all create this parentheses and just type here dot is a child class, okay, the child class, and now I'm using this the parents method. Okay, this is perfect, and here I'm create the semicolon, and now here I'm create for the alert message declare. So just type for the message is when just click for in this the button, and create for the alert message is ancestors, okay, and create this clone, and now I'll use in this the plus operator and just type for the ancestors dot create in this the length. Okay, so it's perfect, and now here create for the semicolon, and also then create the semicolon. Okay, so here is completely created in my all code. Okay, so here and just save in all code and just click this run button. Okay, so now here is perfectly show the output. So here in this the is the first grandparent, then who then is the parent, and last is create for the child class is the child element. Okay, so now just press in the show ancestor and create for the alert message. Okay, so now just press this, and here in this create for the ancestor length is 4. Okay, so I hope you understand in this session, and here I'm completely create for in this the ancestor in jQuery programming language. Okay, so I hope you understand in this session. So thank you for watching. Hello everyone, welcome back to today's another tutorial. So today I'm create for the descendants in jQuery. So the descendants are the element within the hierarchy of another element. So now I'm just discover how to navigate for this descendants effectively using the jQuery. Okay, so in this session I'm create for the traversing down the DOM is a children method of jQuery and the find method. So now it's completely create for the traverse down the DOM and select for specific the descendants elements. Okay, so first of all I'm just going for the style tag inside and just create for the first class is the parent class. Okay, so here I'm just create for in this the background color is create in this the brown. Okay, so next here I'm create inside in this the padding for 25. Sorry, here I'm creating this the 30 pixel. Okay, so now here I'm create in another class is the class, the name is the child class, and here I'm first create the background color is insert the color is a blue violet, and now here I'm creating this the padding for 25 pixel. Okay, so next here I'm create for the another class, just name is the grandchild class. Okay, the grandchild class is declared. So first is create in this the background color. So here create for the background color is just type for in this the orange red. Okay, so now here I'm creating this the padding insert for the 20 pixel. Okay, so now this one is perfect and completing this the style tag. So now I'm just going for in this the body tag inside. So first of all here I'm creating this the div is the first div, and here I'm create for the class name is so first class is the parent class. Okay, so now here I'm create for in this the another div, just open, and in the class name is so this class name the child class. Okay, so now here I'm just again open this div tag, and in this div tag class is create for the grandchild. Okay, so now here create for the message is the grandchild. Okay, the grandchild elements is perfect. And now here I'm create for in this the button tag, and in this button ID is declared, so the button ID name is this descending button, okay, and the descended button. So is perfect, and here I'm create for the button name is, so just type for is show is descended, okay. Is it show is descendant complete. And now I'm just going for here in this script tag inside. So first of all, I'm create this $sign and perfectly just type this document and use in this the reading method and type this function parenthesis and then calibrate, okay. And now I'm create for the button click is the event listener, okay. So here is hashtag and create for the descendant button, okay, is the descended button and create. Now here in this the click method, okay, this function then parentheses and also these curly braces. And now I'm just create for the selecting and the displaying for the descendants using .find method. So just type for in this the variable and then type for in this the descendants, okay. So here is create for the descendants and is equal to the perfectly type this $sign, and here I'm create then parentheses and use in this the parent method, okay. And now I'm using this the find method, okay, and here is perfect. And now I'm just declare for the find method is dot, so just type for in this the grandchild, okay. So it's perfect, and here I'm create this a semicolon, and next step here I'm creating this the alert message. So just type for this the alert, and here I'm create for the message is descent with the descendants, create clone, and now I'm just use plus operator and just call for in this the descendants dot use in this the length variable, okay. So now it's perfect. So here my code is completely created, okay. So now here I'm firstly created this style properties, then CSS properties, and then HTML code, and now I'm create for in this the jQuery coding, okay. So first of all I'm saving all code, let me run this code, okay. So just run, and here is as you can see here perfectly show the output is the first the parent class, then child class, and this the grandchild class, okay. And here is the message for the grandchild, and now I'm just click for this show descendants button, and here I created for in this the alert message, okay. So just press, and here perfectly show the alert message the descendants is 1, okay, the length of 1. So I hope you understand in this session. Here I'm completely creating this the descendants in jQuery programming language, okay. So thank you for watching. Hello everyone, welcome back to this another tutorial. So today I'm create for the sibling in jQuery programming language. So in the sibling elements at this state, let's share the same parent, and jQuery provide as a powerful method to navigate and manipulate them. Okay, so now here I'm first of all creating this sibling method to traverse and select for specific sibling elements. Okay, so just I'm going for in this the style tag inside in the CSS properties. So first of all I'm creating this the container, okay. The container create is curly braces, and now here I'm just creating this the padding for 20 pixel. Okay, so now here I'm just create for dot is selected class, okay, is selected, and create for first of all I'm just typing this the background color. So just use the background color is orange, okay. So it's create the orange, and now here I'm perfectly create for the color. So just type for the color is white. Okay. So now I'm creating this the padding for, so padding is declared for 10 pixel. Okay. So now here I'm just create for the another class. Just type for the class is the sibling. Okay. So is the sibling class, and now here I'm create first of all in this the background color is, so now here I'm creating inserted the color is, so first of all I'm create, so now here I'm create for the color is green, yellow in this color. Okay, so now just here I'm creating this the padding is declared for the 10 pixel, and also here is created for the margin. So margin is declared for the 5 pixels. Okay, so now it's perfectly created this class. So I'm just going for here in this the body tag inside. So first of all I'm declaring this the div tag. Okay, so now is the div create for the class, and the class name is container. Okay, so the type is container, and here first of all use the div. Okay, and create for the div class name is selected. Okay, and here I'm create is again the selected element. Okay, there's a selected element, and next here I'm just create this another div, and create for the div class name is, so just type for in this the sibling. Okay, and here create for the message is just type for the sibling. Okay, is a sibling 1. So now I'm just copy in this div. Okay, so just copy and paste for the next line. Okay, and here in this chain, so first is the sibling 1, next is 2, and there is the 3. So now here I'm use for is the button. So just type for the button tag created in this the button, and here first of all create in this the button ID is declared. So just type for is the sibling button. Okay, and the button name is declared for the highlight. Okay, highlight sibling. Okay, so the highlight sibling is inserted. So now I'm just going for in this script tag inside. So first of all I'm create this $sign and create here. So just type is the document dot ready method, then also type function parentheses and this curly braces. And now here I'll create for the click for the event listener method, and just type this again, and here this create hashtag and just type for in this the sibling button. Okay, and now using this the click method and also declare inside function parentheses and also the curly braces. And now here I'm create the selecting and highlighting over the sibling using dot sibling method. So first of all I'm create the variable and just type for in this the selected. Okay, so just create for the selected element. Just perfectly creating this the selected element is equal to just type for the $sign, and here I'm create for the parentheses, just type for dot is selected. Okay, to create the semicolon, and now here I'm open for in this the selected elements dot use for in this the sibling. Okay, so just type for the sibling methods, and here create for dot use in this the add class. Okay, this add class method inside declared for in this the selected. Okay, selected is perfect and created a semicolon. Okay, so now my code is completely created and just save in all code and show the output. Okay, so just I'm saving this code and let me run this code. Okay, so here it is perfectly open. This the sibling. This is sibling elements and this is the sibling 1, 2 and 3. And here is create for the on button. For the button name is the highlight sibling. And now just press this and here it perfectly changed this color. Okay, so previously this color is white and now this color is the yellow. Okay, is the orange color. So I'm just again refresh and just see, and here is the output. Okay, so here's completely created the border. Okay, so I hope you understand in this section, and here I'm completely created in this is the topic, and here show the perfect output. Okay, so I hope you understand in this session. So thank you for watching.
Hello everyone, welcome back to today's another tutorial. So today I'm creating for the filtering with jQuery. So filtering allows us to precisely select the elements based on a specific criteria, providing a powerful tool for the DOM manipulations. Okay, so now here I'm creating for the basic filtering and using for the filter is first and the last selectors to target the first and the last elements in a set. Okay, so now I'm just first of all going in this style tag inside and just type for in this the box. Okay, and create in the box class. So first time use the width is a declare for 100 pixel, and next time creating this the height is declare is again 100 pixel, and again now I'm creating this the background color is declare in this the orange color. Okay, so now here I'm create the another color is okay, so just type for the color is declare is white. Okay, so next one use in this the text align is a center, and next time create the line height is 100 pixel, and also declare for the margin. So margin is 5 pixel, and last one is create for in this the display is inline block. Okay, so now it's perfectly created, and then I'm just going for in this body tag inside and create here. First of all, I'm just open in on div and create for the div. So just here in this create for the div class. So just type for in this the div class name is box. Okay, so now here I'm create the box. Okay, so just type for is box and 1, and now I'm just again create for the another div, and then create the class is again for in this that class name is box, and here I'm creating this the box 2. Okay, so now it's perfect, and here I'm just again open in this div tag and create for the div class name is box. Okay, and here I'll create for the box is 3. See, the box number is 3. Okay, so here is complete, and now here in this HTML tag inside I'm create for the button tag. Okay, so button tag ID is declared, so the ID name is just type here in this the filter button. Okay, in the filter button, and create for the button name is just type for in this apply filter. Okay, this is the perfect name and is complete for the CSS code and also for the HTML code. And now I'm just going for here in this the script tag inside. So first of all create this $sign and type for the document use in this the ready method. Again create in this function parentheses and then curly braces,
And now here I'm using the click method, so just type this $, and here create for a hashtag, and the late filter is the ID is filter button is created, and use the event listener for the button click, and just type for in function, then parenthesis, and also create these curly braces. And here I'm create for the applying for the basic filtering using for the selector first and last. Okay, so just type here, I'm create in this $. Okay, and then first of all create parentheses, and here I'm create in dot, so just type for in this box, and here is clone, just type in this the first. Okay, and use .css file and create here in this inside, just type for background as a background color. Okay, so create for the background color. So now here I'm in search for the background color is declared, so just type for is 2 in ECC71. Okay, and create for the semicolon, and next line I'm just in code, in all code just copy. Okay, and paste for the next line. So just change here. So now I'm open for in this the last sector selector. Okay, and last, and here in this the CSS the file, then background color, and here I'm change for the, so just type so here first of all I'm just type for in and 74 C3C. Okay, so it is complete, and now I'm just create here in this semicolon and also create this semicolon. Okay, so now here in my code is completely created. Okay, so now I'm just saving this code and let me run this code. Okay, so just run, and here is perfectly show the output. So here in this the box 1 and box 2 and the box 3. Okay, so now here I'm create for into the one button, and the button name is the applied finger. So just click this, and here is the change the perfectly in this color. So I'm just again click, and first of all refresh, and then just click in apply, and 3 box the color change. Okay, so now here is a perfectly change in this the output. Okay, so in this session is completely, and here I'm perfectly used for the first and last selector. Okay, so thank you for watching. Hello everyone, welcome back to this another tutorial. So today I'm create for the most powerful feature of jQuery is Ajax load tool. So in there, Ajax load is allowed to dynamically phase and inject for the content into your web page. So creating is a shameless and dynamic user experience. So now here I'm create for in this the jQuery is Ajax load. So first of all, the understanding this Ajax. So in this the Ajax load is jQuery. It's create for the enable you to fetch the external content and such as the HTML file or the data from a server and load into the for the specific elements on your web page without the requiring being a full page refresh. Okay, so now here I'm create for in this use the load method to fetch the load the external HTML content into div. Okay, so first of all I'm just going in this the style tag inside and create first in this the output. Okay, so create this output, and now I will just type in this curly braces. And here first of all I'm just typing the size is 18 pixel, and next I'm create in this the margin top is declared 20 pixel, and here I'm create the perfectly just type the border is create the 1 pixel solid. Okay, 1 pixel solid, and create here this is in this D. Okay, This is the color, and now here I'm creating the padding. So create for the padding is a 10 pixel. Okay, so here in this style tag code is completely, and now I'm just going for in this the body tag inside, and here first of all I'm just typing this the button. Okay, so just type this, and here first of all declare the button ID. So in the button ID, create for the load content button. Okay, is the load content. Okay, so the load content button, so it's perfect. And here I'm create for the button name only the load content. Okay, button name only the load content. Okay, so now it's perfect, and here I'm create, and there's the HTML div. Okay, so create in this div, and first of all create the div ID is a declare. So just type here in this the output. Okay, so now here I'm creating this inside, just type for the initial. Okay, so now I'm just create the initial content. So it's perfectly created, and here is complete for in this the HTML button and is div tag. Okay, so now I'm just going for the script tag inside, and here I'm perfectly create for the jQuery code. Okay, so now here first of all create in this $, and then parentheses, and inside create document dot ready method, and here I'm declare in this function and also parentheses, and now curly braces, and now here is a create for in the event binding for the button click. So just have $, and here first of all create in hashtag, and also create is called for the load content. Okay, so it's the load content button. Okay, and this button for the button ID. Okay, so here I'm create perfectly in this the click method, and now I'm perfectly just type in this function, then parentheses, and also is curly braces, and here I'm use in this the load method to fetch and load the external content. So type it perfectly $, then parentheses, and now here I'm just create the hashtag. So just type is output. Okay, so this is the div ID, and now I'm using this the load method, and create for the message is external. Okay, so here is create the external content. Okay, so create is external content dot HTML. Okay, so now here is the code is complete, and now here I'm create the completely this semicolon. So here in this code is completely created. So first of all I'm created here have a button with the ID, just create ID name is load content button, and the div with the ID is output, and the jQuery code sets up, and firstly the event listener for the button click. So when the button is clicked for the load external content dot HTML method, and used to fetch and load the content from the external content HTML file into the div. Okay, so now first of all I'm save in call code and just run this code. So just click here is now here is perfectly show is the load content, and here is create for the initial content. So just time press in the load button, and here is create for the external load content method. Okay, so now here this the output is complete. Okay, so here I'm perfectly created in this the code, and here is created for the external content HTML. Okay, So I hope you understand in this session. So thank you for watching. Hello everyone, welcome back to just another tutorial. So today I'm creating for the Ajax method is the guest, and post Ajax is asynchronous JavaScript, and XML allows us to make the asynchronous request to server. Okay, in fetch and sending data without requiring a full page load reload. Okay, so here first of all I'm create the Ajax get method, and there is a demonstrate how to use the get method for making is Ajax get request to fetch data from a server. Okay, so just I'm going for in this script tag inside, and here I'm create first of all in this output and just create this curly braces, and here I'm first of all just type in this the font size is 18 pixel, and also create for the margin top is 20 pixel, and then create here is perfectly in this the border is 1 pixel solid. Okay, so just solid create for hashtag is triple D. Okay, so now I'm also here creating this the padding, so padding is declared for 10 pixel. Okay, so now it's perfect, and now I'm just going for here in this the HTML tag created. So first of all I'm just type in this button tag and create for the ID. The ID name is declared is the get data button. Okay, data button. Okay, so now here I'm create for the button name is just type for get data. Okay, so now it's perfect, and here I'm perfectly create in this the DHTML div. So div ID is declared for the name is output. Okay, so it's perfect, and here I'm create for the message is this type for data will be loaded here. Okay, so now it's perfect, and just I'm going in this script tag inside. I'm just create for the jQuery code, and first of all I'm create this $, and in this inside I'm just type for document dot in this ready method, and again create in function, then parentheses, and then curly braces. And here I'm just again creating this $, and just here create, or in this here I'm create for the event binding for the button click, and so just type for hashtag, and here I'm create in this get data button. Okay, so now it's perfect, and now I'm using this the click method, and also declare in this function and a parenthesis, and then curly braces. And first of all here I'm using this data method to make and the Ajax get request. Just type for in this the $, and create in this get method, and here I'm create for the file name. So just type for in the sample data, create for the sample dot txt. Okay, and now here I'm also creating this function method, and in this function method inside declare for the data. So now I'm just create here in this curly braces, and now I'm just create for the callback function to handle this response. So just type the $, and in this inside I'm just declare for hashtag. First of all just type and create in this input tag, and use dot text under and this data. Okay, so now it's completely created, and here I'm complete create in this last one, this semicolon. Okay, so now here is completely used in this get method, and to make Ajax get is requested. Okay, so first of all I'm saving all code and just run this code and show the output in the browser. So just click here, and now it's perfectly show the output. The button name is get data, and here is created for the data will be loaded. Okay, so now here is perfect. And next step here I'm creating the post method. So first of all I'm going in this the style tag inside, and here in this code as it is, and then next I'm just going for the button tag inside, and now here I'm use in this the send data button. This is the ID name, so just type in this the send data button and just change for the button name. So here I'm declaring this the send, then going for an output tag, and here I'm change for the and this the message. So first of all here I'm creating this the response. Is a response will be displayed here, okay, and it's a complete for the HTML tag. And now I'm just going for a script tag inside, create for the jQuery code. So first of all here I'm declare for the basic syntax, the document is the ready function, and also create here I'm just change, and now I'm create here in this the send data button. And now here I'm use for the post method to make an Ajax for the post request. So first of all I'm create for the $ dot is post method, and inside create for the PHP file. So first of all I'm just type for the server dot PHP, and here I'm also create this comma, and now here I'm using this the key method. So just type for in this the key for clone, and then here I'm perfectly just type in this the value, okay, and I'll also create these comments complete, and here in this inside function inside I'm removing for data and insert in this the response, okay. So now it's perfect, and then I'm going in this the curly break function to handle the response. So first of all create the $ and output and use for dot, and here I'm change for the data insert for the response method. So now in this code is completely created, and here first of all I'm just saving this code and just let me run this code, okay. So now here is perfectly run, and here change the button name is send data, and this the message is a response will be displayed here, okay. So now in this session is complete, and here I'm perfectly used for get and post so I method. So I hope you understand in this session. So thank you for watching. Hello coders, welcome back to this another tutorial. So today I'm create for the jQuery is Ajax for the capabilities of the global events. So these events provide for the hooks into the various states of the Ajax request lifecycle and allow us to perform the actions for handling the situation globally, okay. So here in this session I'm create for the basics Ajax global event and use for the Ajax start method, okay. So now here I'm create for the Ajax start and stop method as a basic global event to show and hide a loading spinner when Ajax requests are the initial light or the completed, okay. So first of all I'm just going in this style tag inside, and first of all here I'm create the $ and just type for the loading, okay, is the loading for the spinner, okay. The loading is a spinner, and now here I'm create these curly braces, and first of all I'm just declare in this the display. So just type for the display is none, okay. So next step here I'm create for the position is create in this the fixed, okay. So now I'm also create here in this the top for insert the 50%, and also create here the left is again for 50%, okay. So now here I'm creating this the just type for the transform, okay. So create for the transform here use in this the translate, okay. So just type for the translate, and here in this insert create for the minus is 50%, and again create this 50%, okay. So now it's perfect, and here I'm creating this the font size is declare for 24px, and also create here in this the color is, so here I'm inside create for the color, so just type here use in this the olive color use. Okay, so now it's perfect, and here I'm just going for in this the HTML code inside, and first of all here create for in this the div. Okay, so just declare for the div. So now here first I'm creating this the div id is declared, so just type here in this the loading spinner. Okay, so now it's perfect, and here I'm create for the message is, so just type is the loading. Okay, so now is perfect, and here I'm also create for in this the button, so just type for the button tag and create for the button id is declared. So button id name is the Ajax. Okay, so here is the create Ajax request button. Okay, request button. So now here I'm create for the button is, so just type for make is, so the Ajax request. Okay, so now it's perfect, and here is completely creating this the HTML code, and now here I'm just going for script tag inside and create for the global event for showing the loading spinner when an Ajax is request. Okay, so first of all here I'm creating this the $, and in this inside create firstly the document. Okay, so now I'm just use dot create the Ajax is start. So here I'm using this the Ajax start made for and create for in this the function, then also create parentheses and curly braces, and here I'm perfectly just typing this $, and then create double quotation and just create hashtag and just create in this the loading spinner. Okay, so now it's perfect, and here I'm use dot show method. Okay, so now it's perfect. So here I'm just copy this code. So first of all here I'm creating this a semicolon, so now just copy in this code and just paste for the next line, and here I'm create for the hiding the loading the spinner when all Ajax is request. Okay, so here I'm use in this the Ajax stop method. Okay, so just type for in this the Ajax in this stop method, and here declare for in this the Ajax stop, and just going here create for in this the loading spinner and use the hide method. Okay, so now it's perfect, in this the hide is perfectly created, and here I'm creating this the run button, click to do the simulate and add the Ajax request. So just going here, and now first of all I'm just create in this the dollar in this the $, and create this double quotation, just type and perfectly just type hashtag, and here I'm create in this the Ajax request. Okay, Ajax request button. Okay, so now it's perfect, and here I'm create in this the click method, and in this inside I'm declare for the function, then create parentheses and also create these curly braces. Okay, so now I'm just create with the simulating and Ajax request with the timeout. Okay, so first of all I'm just create hashtag dot use in this the Ajax and create these parentheses and also create these curly braces, and here first of all I'm just create in this URL. Okay, so now here create the next line is create the method. Okay, so just type the method is the method create for the double quotation inside, just create in this the get method. Okay, so here is also create for in this the, so just type for the success. Okay, is the success create for in this the function, and here in this inside, declare for the data and then create the curly braces and just type here in this the console.log method and now create for the output message. So just type for in this the Ajax request. Okay, Ajax request is a successful. Okay, so now as perfect create in this the Ajax successful, and here I'm declare in this the data. Okay, so now it's complete, and here I'm just going and this, and now I'm create in this the error method and just create this function and perfectly parentheses and also create the curly braces. And here first of all in this code just copy and paste for here. Okay, so just the console log and Ajax request is failed. Okay, so just type for in this the failed, then create this comma and just remove in this data. Okay, so now here is complete almost, and now I'm just declare for in this the URL. Okay, so here I'm just completely create this semicolon, and here is the semicolon, and now here I'm create for use the URL. So here I'm use for the JSON placeholder type URL. Okay, so perfectly here I'm just type and as you the copy this URL. So just perfectly type this URL. So just type for HTTP and then / and then here I'm create this JSON. Okay, JSON placeholder. Okay, so place and perfectly type in this the holder and dot just type for in this the type code dot home, and then create for the / is the 2 dots. Okay, so the 2 dot / for 1. Okay, so now here in this code is completely created. Okay, so now here in this resolve this error. So here in this completely create in my all code, and now I'm just saving this code and let me run this code. Okay, so just run this code. Now here is perfectly create for the button is the make adjust request. So now just press and here is completely working. Okay, so is create for this. Okay, so here I'm just create in this output this code. Okay, so here I'm perfectly create this code and okay, here I'm just again save this code and just again see the output. Okay, so here is perfect for in this the make adjust. Now here is working. Okay, so here is created for the global and just type here perfectly created. Perfectly created is the ID declared for the loading method, and just here I'm just again refresh and then click for the make adjust request and create here in this the loading. Okay, so you see here it is perfectly the blue color create in this the loading. Okay, so I hope you understand in this session. So here I'm completely create for the global method. Okay, so I hope you understand in this session. So thank you for watching.
Hello coders, welcome back to today's another tutorial. So today I'm create for the Ajax with a focus on the local events. Okay, so previous exam tutorials I'm create for the global events. Okay, so please check in this tutorial, and now is the after starting in this tutorial. Okay, so here I'm create for this event allow us to enhance the control and expansiveness of Ajax request is more specific for the per request basic. Okay, so now here I'm create for in this the basic Ajax for the local event, and here I'm create for the build before the send method for the local event to perform the action based before an Ajax request is sent. Okay, so here I'm first of all going this is the style tag create for the as it is, and now I'm just is going for in this the jQuery code inside. Okay, so now here I'm previously
example use in this the deep ID, the loading spinner is there it is same uses, and now I'm just change here this jQuery code inside. And here, first of all, I'm create the button click event to simulate an Ajax request with dot before send method. Okay, so first of all, here I'm creating this $, and in this inside of this type for the document, and create dot ready method inside a declare for the function, and also create this curly braces. Okay, so here now so I'm just here. First of all, I'm just remove. Okay, so now here I'm really use this document. So now I'm firstly creating this hashtag, and here I'm creating this the Ajax. Okay, so just type for in this the Ajax request. Okay, is the Ajax request button. Okay, so now it's perfectly creating this the Ajax request button, and now here I'm use in this the click method, and now here I'm completely create this double quotations. Okay, so now is perfect and is create the double quotation, and now I'm creating this the click and function, and here I'm just create the showing loading spinner before the Ajax request is sent. Okay, so here first of all I'm use in this the $, and create for parentheses, and first of all create this hashtag and just type for in this the loading for spinner. Okay, and the perfectly creating this spinner, and now here I'm use in this the dot and show method. Okay, so now it's perfect. So here is complete, and now I'm just going for this. Okay, so here, and now I'm create for the simulating an Ajax request with dot before send method. Okay, so first of all here is create is $, dot just type in this the Ajax. Okay, and create this parenthesis and perfectly create these curly braces, and here first of all I'm use in this the URL, so just copy for in this the JSON placeholder. Okay, and now here I'm just paste this code. Okay, the URL, and now I'm here I'm using this the method, so just create the method is get. Okay, so now I'm using the get method, and next step here I'm creating this the before send method, or just type the function, and here I'm create for the parentheses and also create these curly braces. Okay, so first of all here I'm creating this the console.log method, and now in this inside I'm create first of all the message is, so just type for in this the Ajax request. Okay, Ajax request is about, okay, is about to be sent. Okay, is a create to be sent, and here I'm create for the semicolon, and now first of all just only copy in this code. Okay, and here I'm going to in this curly braces inside, and now I'm just type in this the success create for the function, and now here I'm declare for the data and perfectly create these curly braces, and I'm pasting this code, and here I'm changing this the message. So here I'm create for the Ajax request is successful. Okay, so just type for is the successful. Okay, so here I'm declare for in this the data method. Okay, so now is the create for the semicolon, and now I'm just again create for in this the another code. So just type here in this the error, and now I'm just again call in this the function method, and just create this and paste in this the code, and here I'm change this, and so now I'm use, so just type for console is dot error. Okay, console error, and here I'm create for the Ajax request is failed. Okay, is failed. Now in this code is completely created, and first of all I'm just saving this code. Okay, and let me run this code. Okay, so just running this code, and here is perfectly open. For the button is the make Ajax request, and when I'm just paste for this button, and here in this something is changed. Okay, so now here is perfectly create in this the loading method. Okay, so here I'm completely declare this is, so I hope you understand in this session. Here I'm completely create for the local method for the Ajax. Okay, so I hope you understand in this session. So thank you for watching. Hello everyone, welcome back to today's another tutorial. So today I'm create for the NoConflict method. This method is particularly useful when dealing with the potential conflict between different JavaScript libraries. So first of all, the understanding in this conflict method is the primary purpose of is to resolve conflicts that may arise when the multiple JavaScript libraries are used on a single web page. And by default, the jQuery uses for the dollar symbol, and which can crush with one other libraries that also use the same symbol. Okay, so now in this session, I'm create for the conflict arise between jQuery and another library. And let's see how the NoConflict method helps us resolve it. Okay, so first of all, I'm going in this the body tag inside, and here create. So first I'm creating this the first button, and then button create the button inside the ID. So here I'm create for the button ID name is the jQuery. Okay, so the jQuery for button. Okay, so just type for the jQuery button, and here I'm create for the message is the jQuery. Okay, so the jQuery is click. So now it's perfect, and now here I'm use for the another button. So inside create for the button is a tag, and here I'll declare for the ID. So declare for the ID name is, so just type for is example, is the example library. Okay, so just type for the example is the as a library, is a library button. Okay, so now is perfect, and here I'm create for the message. So just type for in this the example. Okay, the create for the example library is clicked. Okay, it's click, and here I'm create for the perfectly, and now here I'm using this the capital word. Okay, so now let's complete the HTML code. Okay, so now I'm just going for in this script tag inside. So just here, and I first create this code. So here I'm create for in this jQuery code. So just type in this $, and now here I'm in this inside declare for the document dot the ready method, and now I'm perfectly just type function, then parentheses, and also create this curly braces. And here first of all I'm creating this the $, then even handling on click method declare. So just type this and create for hashtag, and here I'm create the jQuery button. Okay, let's create for the jQuery button, and creating this the dot make click method, and inside declare that function, and now here I'm create for the parentheses, and perfectly just type these curly braces, and just here I'm create for the alert method used for the message. It's the jQuery button click. Okay, it's a perfectly create the jQuery button is click. So now here is a complete, and Now I'm just create for the example library code. Okay, so just here I'm just going in this code outside. So first of all, just type in this the example. Okay, as example library. As the perfectly creating this the library dot use the NoConflict method. Okay. Also perfectly type in the NoConflict method, and now here I'm create this semicolon, and here I'm use for in this the variable and just type for in this the example. Okay. So just type in this the example for lib. Okay. So it's the short form use, and then is equal to I'm just type for in this the example library. Okay, so it's saving for the reference to the library. Okay, so now here I'm also create for in this the example library in this inside, and I'm create for the document dot use this ready method, and in this inside I'm create for the function. Okay, so here is also create this parentheses and then curly braces, and now here I'm just again open this example library and create for in this the on click method. So just type here is the example library button. Okay, as the example library button, and then use for dot just type for click method, and in this inside I'm declare for the function and parentheses and also create these curly braces. Okay, so here I'm just again create for the alert message. Okay, so the message is suppose create for in this the example library. Okay, example library button is clicked. Okay, so now it's perfect, and here create this completely and then create perfectly the semicolon, and then this is semicolon. Okay, so now here is completely created here this use. So here create for the both jQuery and another for the hypothetical library and load it into the web base. Okay, so here and I'm also use the jQuery code uses for the dollar symbol as usual, and where the example library code used for the example library is reference created after calling for in the example library dot conflict method. Okay, so now here first of all I'm just saving all code and then just run this code. Okay, and here is it's perfectly create for in this the two buttons. So first is the jQuery click, and here is create for the example library click. So first time click in this the jQuery, and here is the alert message. The jQuery button is clicked. Okay, so now here I'm creating this the example library and just is a refresh. So here just creating is the perfectly create in this the example. So just here I'm checking this example is the library button and use for in this the click method as perfect, and here create is the alert method is the alert symbol. Okay, so here I'll use the example library. So I hope you understand in this session, and here I'm completely creating in this no conflict method. Okay, so I hope you understand in this session. So thank you for watching.